Hey guys, my name's Edward. A lot of people call me Eddie. Just wanted to make this video today about parental alienation and narcissism. And basically, the effects that narcissistic parents have on the children and how they objectify them in order to fulfill their objective and their goal. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I've been there for her whole life. And so being rejected by my child, it's very painful. But what keeps me grounded and sane is that I know that it has nothing to do with my daughter and everything to do with the disordered narcissist. So when we're dealing with parental alienation and we know that the other parent is a personality disordered person, we have to take that into account. And I think it's, constantly reminding ourselves that it's not our child's fault. It's very easy for us to get upset with our children because we've been there for them their whole life, and like, how could they do this to us? But it's not the right way of thinking about it, because that will set us back majorly, and it'll make us take it personally from our child. For me, what's helping me is just knowing that I love my daughter unconditionally, and no matter what, I'm going to be there for her. And there's no person in the world that can stop me from loving my daughter, because she is my everything. She has my whole entire heart, and my soul belongs to my child. And I'm just infatuated with my daughter. I think she's the most beautiful, most amazing person in the world. And I will not allow this narcissist to brainwash me into thinking that, I'm a bad dad. And that's exactly what they do. They want you to believe that you're not who you are, right? So I'll call my daughter, and we'll be talking, and her mother will rip the phone out of her hand and say, "You don't love your daughter. You're a terrible father." That's abuse, you see? And it's important to know that when your child is rejecting you, that it really has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the narcissist who is objectifying the child in order to hurt you or me, right? So one of the things that I've learned is making sure that I eat healthy and exercise a lot is very important for my brain and the chemicals within my brain to help me feel good and to help me stay strong, because we need to stay strong for our children, right? Because we know that our children need us, right? An 11-year-old child, especially a girl, right, needs her father. So there's nothing in the world that this narcissist is going to do that's ever going to stop me from loving my child or fighting for my child, right? We have to fight for our children. We cannot let these vampires win, okay? So that means we have to stay sane. And the way that we stay sane is that we think logically. And logical thinking leads us down the path of knowing everything that's going on with your child right now has everything to do with the abusive narcissist, okay? When you text your child and they don't text you back, don't get mad at your child, Make sure that you don't stop texting them either, right? You text them the next day. It doesn't mean that you want to harass them, but you want to always instill in their minds and in their hearts that no matter what, your father's here for you. No matter what, your mother's here for you. And it's very important. It can become difficult, but you have to leave your ego out of it. No ego allowed, okay? This is about your children and what's best for your children. And as a parent, it's your job to swallow your pride and your ego and do what's best for the most important person that should be the most important in your life. So it's really the most reprehensible, deplorable, maniacal, just sick behavior that these savages choose to throw upon you in order to try to hurt you and make you paralyzed in your own upsetment, but I think it's important to stay strong and get out of the whole victimhood mentality, because that's only going to put you on the couch and make you want to leave and like move 6 states away where, you know what I'm saying? But there's no leaving, okay? There's no stopping. We never stop fighting for our children. And I think that with that mentality, we're always going to win. And it's not about winning and losing, but with the narcissist, obviously that's all they care about, but it's about not allowing the narcissist to destroy our character. Because if we allow them to destroy our character, then our soul is affected. And if our soul becomes affected, then we're not going to be able to parent our children the way we need to. You see, right now I've been alienated from my daughter for absolutely no reason. We're going back to court December 7th, and I'm worried about it. Number one reason I'm worried is because I'm a man, right? And this is not a sexist statement. This is just a simple fact, okay? Because I love women, okay? Women give birth to the babies, and, I mean, there's just unlimited number of reasons why women are just amazing humans. So, but we do have a problem with family courts in America, and it is a sexist system. And over time, hopefully that will change and it will become more equal, because I think that equal rights for parents and stuff is very important. I don't think one parent should be favored over another, especially if one of the parents is disordered, right? Now, it's very hard to prove that in court. We know that, and we don't go into court saying this person's disordered, right? We know that too. So it becomes this very slippery slope of what do I do? Anyway, I don't have the answer for that yet because I'm going through it. The answer that I do have, and the thing that I do know, is that we never stop fighting for our children, okay? Because our children should be the only thing that matters to us. And it's not about our ego, like I said, okay? So being there for our children and constantly reassuring them that you unconditionally love them is very important. And 9 times out of 10, the healthy parent is usually the one who is alienated from the child, because the unhealthy, savage individual is the one who is sick enough and who doesn't care enough about their own child to not allow something like that to happen, right? They're the ones who make it happen. So it's important to know that a lot of times when you're dealing with, almost all the time when you're dealing with parental alienation, it's because the other parent has some kind of disorder or is trying to hurt the other person. And to use a child to hurt a parent and to hurt a child like that, and to put a child in the middle of things between two people, it's just so evil and wrong. And a lot of these narcissists go to church. They'll alienate their parent from the child and the other parent from the child, and then they'll go to church on Sunday with the child. And you think about what that does to the brain of a child, right? Oh well, mommy believes in God, so mommy has to be doing the right thing, right? Listen. You have to stay patient. I have to stay patient. We have to stay patient, okay? We have to let time work its magic, right? And we have to believe and have faith in the fact that our child is intelligent enough to know when they get a little bit older what is right and what is wrong, okay? So, might have to eat shit for a while. My daughter's 11 years old. Maybe she won't wake up to this until she's 15, 16 years old. If that's the case, so be it. I'm going to be right here for her always. Why? Because I'm her daddy, right? And she's my baby. And so no matter what is happening, I know this isn't her fault, man. She hasn't done anything wrong. And sometimes I get upset, man, and angry, and I can't sleep. I toss and I turn and I feel this void in my chest, and I look up at the sky and I ask God why, but then I remember, hold on, I'm not a victim here. I have to do things here. What I have to do is better myself, right, during this time. Because that's the only way you take it and you flip it, right? You take a negative and you turn it into a positive. This is how you win at life. So it's very important for us to do that. We have to eat healthy, exercise, go back to school, quit smoking. There's a plethora of things you could do to better yourself in your life. Clean your house top to bottom. Make sure you get more organized. Start saving more money. All these things, better yourself, better your life. Start reading more, gain knowledge, become more intelligent. All these things will help us on our journey to healing. And, it's a constant battle. But I just want to close this video out by saying to all the survivors out here and the whole community that I love you guys. And thank you so much for sharing all your stories, because you've helped me so much and validated my existence and my life. And if it wasn't for you guys, I quite possibly could have lost my mind. But this whole community has been so helpful to me, and I'm just so thankful for all the survivors out there who were brave enough to put their stories out. And this is just the first video of many. I grew up with a narcissistic father, which is why I attracted a narcissistic woman into my life and had a baby with her. So I'll be going into all of that later. But until then, guys, have a great day, and stay strong, and always remember, we got to stay strong for our children. All right. God bless. See you next time.